Hello, everyone. I wanted to wish everyone a really happy and healthy new year. And I wanted to start with a little blessing or a prayer of sorts. And so I'm asking the Creator, the great mystery, the all that is, to be with each of us in this coming year. And that whatever we need, that whatever it is that we need, that it will be provided, that we can be in a state of love and a state of trust, and know that we will be guided each step of the way, and that whatever it is that we most need will be given to us, and that we can be a welcoming source, a source of welcoming for anyone who needs the splendid and amazing experience of feeling welcomed. And we all need that experience of feeling welcomed. And so may you be welcomed into this coming year. May there be generativity and generosity and much beautiful legacy leaving. And may we all journey safely inwardly and outwardly in all the places where we belong. May this year be the best year yet. Thank you so much. Aho, amen. So, hello, everyone. I have been thinking about generosity and generativity and hospitality, and I have also been thinking about surrendering and letting go. And I think we all have like things to let go of right now, but we also have things to gather and to bring close to us and to care for. And one of the interesting things is that in the word generosity, I was thinking of all these different words like generosity, generativity, generations, all of these GEN words. Generosity, generativity, generations. And it was those three that really just came into high relief and into clear view for me. And I thought, oh, generosity. And generosity is hospitality. It really is about being magnanimous or hospitable, being kind. That there's a kindness that accompanies generosity, and I think that sometimes in order to be generous with ourselves, we also need to let go of some of our ideas. We need to let go of some of our thoughts and ways of being. We need to know that there's enough love, that there is enough abundance, that there's enough food, that there's enough, that we have the opportunity to either provide that and to create that and to create more of that. Or we have the opportunity to, as I said in the prayer, to be welcoming, to welcome what it is that is most needed in order for us to grow and to give of our own generosity. So sometimes there's like a surrendering that we need to do, a letting go that we need to do. But then after we do the letting go, then we can do the opening and the welcoming to whatever comes. I love, there's a statement that Jung said, which is that, that Carl Jung stated, which is that, like that unconditional yes to life, how can I say that unconditional yes to life? And David Richo talks about it also in his books, can I just say, this being the case, how shall we proceed? And how can we proceed? My curiosity for myself and for others is how can we proceed with the most kindness and the most generosity and really show up with something that's going to be able to break the patterns of silence, of whatever the patterns are that we really want to break, or the patterns of secrecy, the patterns of denial. What are the patterns in our family life, and what are the patterns in ourselves that we really need to let go of, that we need to, because if we don't break them, then we're just going to pass them down to the next generation. And I really like the word generativity, which was coined by Erik Erikson, I think in the 50s. And, he was talking about what can we do now to be a blessing and a healing to future generations. And what I know is that directness creates safety. Like if I can be direct, I know if people aren't direct with me, I don't feel safe. Like if people don't tell me the truth about what's really going on, because we always find out the truth later, right? Like everyone is human, everybody, makes mistakes, everyone, does good things also. There isn't anyone who doesn't or hasn't done good things, and there isn't anyone that I know of. If you know this person, please let me know, who hasn't made a mistake, who doesn't make mistakes, and who doesn't have to correct them. So it's not like, we can like say, oh, I'm gonna, you know be this just good person, or oh, I'm just going to be this, I'm just this, person who's not good. We're not like one or the other, we're just like everything. And it's just like, this being the case, how should we proceed? But there are things in our nature that we can surrender, that we can let go of, because they're not healthy. And we can think about the things we can surrender that aren't healthy. But what that's going to do is that's going to require some courage from us. That is going to require that we get really honest with ourselves and get honest with others. And those are elements of intimacy, right? So, in order to have true intimacy and in order to have love in our lives, we have to be able to be honest. And if we're honest, we become trustworthy. But if we're not honest, or if we're hiding, or if we're not telling the whole truth, if we're keeping secrets, then what we know is we now know that we don't get to have real intimacy in our lives. And maybe for some folks that's okay. They don't really want that full intimacy. But I don't know about you, but I really want that full intimacy with myself and with life. And I want to hold on to what is good. And I want to hold on to what is true. And I want to hold on to what is authentic and real. And so I hope that you're able to do that in this coming year. And so, what is it that you want to surrender that is not authentic, or what are the patterns that it would be really good to break those patterns, so that we can live in a richness and a fullness and in a beauty of honesty and integrity, and we can, what's great about mistakes is that we can course correct ourselves. We can, it's like with a boat, or with a ship, we can correct our course. We can change our course and become more honest and transparent, and thereby real, and then have an opportunity to really bring that truthfulness into a world that is generative for future generations, that really makes a better, more honest and authentic place for future generations. And so I really like this. There's a poem by William Stafford that I wanted to share, and it's called "The Way It Is." And this is about that thread that we all have, that we follow. But it says, "There's a thread you follow. There's a thread you follow. It goes among things that change. It goes amongst things that change, but it doesn't change. It doesn't change. People wonder about what you are pursuing, and you have to explain about the thread, but it is hard for others to see. While you hold it, you can't get lost. Tragedies happen. People get hurt or die, and you suffer and get old. Nothing you can do can stop time's unfolding. You don't ever let go of the thread. You don't ever let go of the thread." So what is it that I need to keep hold of? And what is it that I need to surrender or give up or give in or let go of? But what is it that I need to hold? What is it that I need to explore in the generosity of my own spirit? Or am I generous? Or am I only generous in the places where it's comfortable for me? And am I willing to be uncomfortable? Am I willing to have some discomfort? Or am I willing to have that level of kindness and generosity to do what it is? And I'm not saying any of this is easy. I'm not like, woohoo, this is like an easy thing to do. It's not about that. It's not about the ease. But what it is about is it's about creating a better world. And so I'm wondering if you could do some reflection. And I would just ask, I know it's snowy here in Seattle, which is really wonderful and fun. And I just got back from Idaho, where it's like, woo, really, really, really snowy. And so I'm really grateful. We came over the path with some ease and grace, thanks to Christian and his amazing tractor that he brought to dig us out of Idaho. And so, what can I surrender? What is it that I can surrender that is no longer useful to me or to my loved ones or to future generations? Am I honest? Am I able to be honest? Am I able to be honest in a way that is loving? Where can I be more generous to myself, more generous, kind, and hospitable to others, to my community, to the world, to my efforts, to other people's efforts, to my dreams, to other people's dreams, to my familial dreams, to the dreams of my descendants. So, what effort can I make? What effort can I make towards this? And to reflect, just like to reflect on this walk, like before you leave the house, to think about surrender and to let go and to just let go of that idea. And then just to take a walk and to think about what it is that you can surrender. And then the following day, maybe on New Year's Day, so tomorrow you could be like, oh, what is it that I need to surrender? And you just stand inside the door and then, okay, I'm surrendering. What is it I need to surrender or let go of? Take like a 10-minute walk and then come home and make some notes about what you noticed, and just notice what you noticed about surrender and this kind of idea while you're on your walk and letting go. And then on New Year's Day, just to, do the same thing, like stand inside your door and then be like, oh, okay, I'm going to think about generosity and generativity and what do I want to generate this year and what do I want to leave for future generations? What kind of behaviors and thoughts and actions do I want to bring into the world for future generations? And then I can hold the thought in my mind, and right before I go out the door, whoop, and I can just begin to notice what it is that I notice and see what it is that I see. What is the thread that I want to hold on to? But then, where is it and how is it that I can create a hospitality and a quality of kindness that is deeply fulfilling for myself and others. So very, very happy New Year, and I wish everyone the best. And I know right now there's some babies being born, and I'm very excited. And so I'm sending thoughts to you and blessings to you, so that you know that my prayer is with you. And I love you, and I will talk with you soon. Happy New Year.